So today we're going to go over 10 tax tips. Now, just to give you a background, I'm a W-2 employee. So starting a business was something that I needed to do because I found out like how much I could save on taxes. And I'm hoping these 10 tips, you can apply them to your business, to your life, to help live a tax-free life. It is possible. So check it out. So by starting a business, you can actually write off anything that is ordinary and necessary for your business. And this is something I'm learning from my tax strategist and tax preparer. And I wanted to share that tip with you. So the first tip is if you have a home-based business, did you know that you can write off a square footage of your home office? Let's say you're using 25% of the footprint of your house. That includes utilities, property taxes. If you're renting, you can even write off a portion of that. And anything that you use to prepare your home office, to decorate it, to design it. So think about how you can utilize business, especially if you have a limited liability company, to offset your income, put some more money in your pocket. Tax tip number 2, writing off your vehicles. I mean, everybody knows about mileage tracking and how to deduct that, but did you know that you can deduct so much more if you itemized it? Yes, I know it's more work, and that means receipts, good bookkeeping, but it's totally worth it. The tax man is banking literally on us taking the easy way out. Tax tip number 3, have you ever considered hiring your family? I mean, think about that. Most of us hire our spouses and maybe our parents, but you still have to pay regular employees, but you can kind of save on the federal unemployment tax. But what about your kids? Think about that. If you hire a child under 18 years old, they may be exempt from income and payroll taxes. So instead of giving them an allowance, why not hire them to do certain jobs and pay them? I mean, think about it. It's a great way to teach them how to earn money. And then you can also deduct expenses, plus deduct them as dependents. So it's a win-win situation. So think about what your kids can do that is necessary and ordinary for your business, and then see if they can help you out. And remember, they're more tech savvy than we are. Teach them how to create solutions for problems. Tax tip number 4. It's my favorite topic, travel. So anyways, as a business owner, if you're traveling for a conference, anything that's related to your business, you can write off the airfare, rental, travel, meals, lodging while you're at your destination. So did you know that it's just more than that? When you plan your trip, think about something that's business related that you can do at your destination. You know, maybe attend a conference. You can invest in yourself, increasing your knowledge and your skills, and then maybe travel, do a demo, right? And then if you're a travel blogger, you can write about your destination. So make sure that when you do travel, take great documentation, keep track of your receipts, and then work with a strategist and a tax planner, not just a preparer. When you are working your business and traveling, it can be a win-win situation that you can incorporate both. Tax tip number 5, the magic of depreciation. Did you know that there are business assets that can be used as a deduction over a period of time? So instead of deducting it in year 1, you have the choice to deduct it over a few years. So basically how depreciation works is it calculates the value of that asset that's going to be used up over time. There are examples below to kind of show you what are assets that can be depreciated and then for how long. So for an example, I put my vehicle, which is older, 2012, and it's paid for, but I added the business and my name on the title. Since I use that vehicle for the business, I can depreciate that as an equipment for the next few years. And I believe the tax strategist set up to 30% of the value of the purchase cost. So I had to provide a copy of the bill of sale and the title showing the ownership to my tax strategist. And then, so that's something that's going to be deducted in the next few years. So when you think about your business, the whole goal is to build it over time. And it is rough the first few years. So you want as much deductions that you can possibly use. And then also be smart about how you want to spread it over time. Some people want to get that tax deduction year 1 and lump it up. That's a possibility. But then also, do you want to spread it out over time more? If you start your business they can write off the expenses up to 18 months from the day you start. You can write off any type of expense that you've had before you officially started your business. Get creative and build something that you're passionate about and something that's a purpose. Tax tip number 6. This is about tax credits. Anyways, what are they? So tax credits are like incentives to help stimulate the economy, encourage business to act in socially or environmentally responsible ways. Now, tax credits and tax deductions are different. So tax deductions are expenses that reduces the business profits, right? But tax credits, they don't reduce your profit, but they reduce your taxes directly. Tax tip number 7. How do you document your meals? If you own a business and don't like to eat alone, this tip might be for you. So if you're meeting with a client, a partner, or employee and talking about anything that's related to the business, you can write off the meals. Remember that tip about the hiring your family, like your spouse and your kiddos? So make sure that you do document, like ask for the receipt, and then it already has the date and the amount in front of the receipt. So take a pen, write the name of the person you had the meal with and what was discussed. And take your phone, take a picture, and upload that to your accounting software. You can even save it to your Google Drives, but it's a lot easier when you actually start using an accounting software because then it attaches it and then it makes it easier for your accountant. Anyways, the criteria for the meals are in the description below. And then for home-based businesses, this one actually blew me away. You can, my tax strategist mentioned that you can write off a percentage of the cost of your groceries, but they're considered supplies because you're supplying your office. I'm like, what? So anyways, seriously think about starting your own business. Tax tip number 8. We're going to talk about net operating loss. What is it? So for anyone who starts a business, this is most of the time the reality, right? It costs us more to get started before you even see a profit. And I thought that when I didn't make money that it was a wash. I guess I don't pay anything, but I still had to pay my personal income tax as a W-2 employee. But did you know that a loss can be used to offset the income and reduce your taxes from other years? It can go back 2 years to offset your income. So you can actually do an adjusted return. And then also if the loss was big enough, you can actually carry it forward to apply to as many as 20 future years. So as a W-2 employee, my daughter's grown, I end up having to pay. But after starting the business, with the cost of startup deducted, it reduced my adjusted gross income, and that actually put me in a lower tax bracket. So the money that I paid in taxes during the year now becomes refunded because my expenses were so high as far as starting up the business. It actually reduced my tax bracket. So really think about that. When you start, as you get older, you start thinking about your passion projects, you start thinking about leaving a legacy for your family. I started now while I still have a W-2 job before I retire. So it allows me that room to be able to make adjustments, make mistakes, make corrections, and still be able to continue to fund my life and move forward. Okay, this one's my favorite. My other favorite. Tax tip number 9, education. I love to learn. You can deduct learning opportunities that will help you improve your current work. So if you need to learn to develop yourself, to grow your business, that's deductible. So create an education plan for yourself and allot a certain amount of time and money and in your expense budget for your education. Remember, if you're not growing, you become the ceiling of your business. And then for self-employed business owners, you can deduct costs of your education, but there's limitations, and you must show that the education maintains or improves the skills required in your present work. So again, what's necessary and ordinary for your business, right? If you want to be a bookkeeper or you want to be a bookkeeping consultant, you need to upkeep. If you want to be a life insurance agent, you want to do your upkeep. Realtor, get your certifications and all that stuff. So, and anything that's required by law to keep your license to practice, like for nurses, for physicians, if you have your own practice, or if you decide to be a consultant, like my dad's a veterinarian, so annually he goes and does his certifications, to maintain and be able to perform procedures. So if you're starting out, look for what's the resources that are available to you for free. There is the American Small Business Development Center. It's a nonprofit organization, and they have consultants, mentors of business owners that volunteer their time to help you develop your business, and they do it for free. And there's webinars, and if you go to their website, I'm going to put the link below, you can actually put in your location and you can find your local office, so you can connect with them and let them know what your business plan is, what your thoughts are, and then they will help you develop not just your plan, how to budget, how to manage your finances, how to develop and scale, right? So that's one of those things I wish I knew. But I ended up spending money on coaches and mentors, and they're great, don't get me wrong. But look for those resources that are free and available to you first. And then if they're not available, then seek out those mentors and coaches, and go ahead and invest in yourself to grow. And because the knowledge you gain shortens the time that you can move forward. But once you have those coaches, please take action. It doesn't work if you do anything with it. You just basically spent that money. Even though you can deduct it, it would help if you actually made money to pay for it. Anyways, remember, keep good record of receipts and document what your education is for. Tax tip number 10. Don't be afraid to ask for help. I know we try to save costs by doing things ourselves, but trial and error can cost us time and money. So look at your business. If you need a CPA or attorneys, they fall under the legal and professional fees category, so you can write them off. But then there's also independent contractors, appraisers, system analysts, consultants, bookkeepers. You can even hire your family, like I mentioned, your kids, freelance workers. You can look at Fiverr or Upwork. Think about that cost of your time, right? Because time is one of those things that you can't get back. To me, it's more valuable than money. Anyways, here's some bonus information. So if you know anyone that's struggling with debt, student loan debt, needs health insurance, and any friend that maybe might own a business or is self-employed, and if you need like extra money, right? This is kind of like your starter step to entrepreneurship. All you have to do is, if you know any one of those people, refer them to the program, and by sending them a link, talk about it a little bit, and then if they decide to participate, they get to save money, they get to receive help, and you also get paid. So think about that. Anyways, I know I did it for me. You can also self-refer. So I referred myself to the program, got help, and also got a commission. Anyways, if you want to know more, send me a message and I'll go over it with you. There's a link on the description, and just click that link to get started. There's a video that explains to you how the program works. I know entrepreneurship is scary, and I know there's judgment around money. Everybody's thought about like money is the root of all evil, but actually it's the love of money. You have to remind yourself that money is a tool, and all it does is magnify the character of the person that holds it. So people will judge you around it. They will kind of like make you feel like you're trying to be better than they are, or they might even like cut you off. But you have to think about your why. I'm doing this for the future of my family, for my future. And entrepreneurship can be lonely sometimes. That's why it helps to have a community. Anyways, there's power in it. Don't do this by yourself. If you have a supportive partner, it's awesome. It actually helps you move forward. But if you don't have a partner, find community. There's so many people out there, Facebook groups, but find people that are humble, that are like-minded, with generous hearts. They will keep you grounded. Okay? Anyways, go out there. Go be a problem solver.